And we have day one, sort of half a day of double grinding in the books, both eFootball, which we'll start with, and then UFL. So eFootball, if you saw my previous video, I have graduated into the ranks of no more AI opponents, all user opponents. It's Division 6, so not high level or anything, but immediately I noticed something that I sort of foreshadowed in my previous video and I didn't realize, right? So I played an opponent, I was up like 4-1. He ended up coming back after putting this crazy pressure tactic on. I was able to grab a last gasp winner, but it definitely showed me that the pressure tactics in this game can be crazy, right? So fast forward to this session where I am in Division 6 playing all user opponents, and I was not ready for every single game to be like that one turned into that I showed in the previous video, right? So one thing that I noticed immediately that makes the game sort of messy and takes away from the enjoyment. What causes this is the defenders, both user defenders as well as when you call your AI assistants, are so quick and fluid, right? But the attack, particularly passing, is not fluid, right? Has almost a slow-mo feel. And so what it creates is very messy gameplay where you can't really get anything going because the defenders are just everywhere in your face. It's easy to intercept passes. Very easy for defenders to take the ball away on the dribble. And they need to fix that. If you watch in a little bit, you'll see the difference. The UFL passes and moving and dribbling just goes off so much more fluid. And so it's just much more enjoyable. If you combine the two, like the quickness of the defense in eFootball and then the fluidity of UFL, that would be great. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So I will continue to grind. We'll see how things change as I get more used to eFootball and get better at the game, learn the nuances of the game a little bit more. But for right now, unfortunately, my first trip into double grinding, especially playing all user opponents in eFootball, I definitely can see where they're going to have a little bit of trouble, especially once UFL puts the patch in, because the gameplay is just so much more fluid, which also makes it fun to play. So with that being said, let's head over to UFL. And this L1 triangle switch you were about to see right here. It was the only one in the game because I had previously played a game. It was back and forth L1 triangle, right? You don't know, you got to feel out your opponent. And I scored a goal from it. And then noticed that my opponent was not abusing the L1 triangle switch. So what did I do? I switched to my formation I want to utilize after the patch. And that was the first and last L1 triangle switch that you saw. And not one time did I do it again. My opponent didn't do it. And what came about was a very fun game, a very competitive game. You're able to play football, and it just showed the potential that UFL has. Now, L1 Triangle is not the only OP mechanic they need to nerf or just remove from the game, really. But even just taking that one thing out of UFL for this game showed how fun it can be. So UFL, we got right back to business as usual, I think, just because I haven't played as much. I'm like 28th in the world right now. eFootball, we have some work to do, but it was only day one. I'm not giving up on eFootball. I can just tell you that I am more confident than ever that UFL can and will become the premier football video game. It's just, there's very good things in eFootball. Just like I said, there's very good things in EAFC. However, the issues they have seem a little bit more complicated than just mechanics, like I believe the main issue in UFL is, right? They're still the newborn baby, so only time will tell. But like I said, we're not giving up on eFootball. We will see how the journey continues. You never know, things could change. Until next time, though, keep grinding, have fun, and we will see you later.